out of Shaolin. He kicked everybody's ass in Shaolin. Because he fought everybody at their weakness. Tiger, he had all their weaknesses and he beat them at their weaknesses. And he was ruthless. And if you all saw Kill Bill 2, he's a vicious teacher. But you learn. You learn. And it's time for you to learn.
我要睇下你嘅武功有幾深。出招。如果我輸俾你嘅話，我今日鬼就拜你為師。
A game of chess is like a sword fight. You must think first, before you move.
So you love chess. You're obsessed, or you're really interested in chess.
I love chess.
Why are you so into chess?
Greatest board game ever. I mean, checkers is no comparison, and Monopoly is not in his league. I mean, chess is just—it's a strategic game. It's a mind game.
You gotta have a lot of patience.
You gotta have a lot of patience.
So
enough to watch a flower grow. You need patience like that.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So your cousin and fellow founding member of Wu-Tang, who you mentioned earlier, RZA, has gone on record as saying he beats you consistently at chess.
I don't know about consistently. We go back and forth.
And chess inspires you musically as well?
Oh, so much. I mean, if you look at the Liquid Swords album cover, that's a chessboard. That's a match on a chessboard. That's how much I'm inspired by it. I mean, I love to play.
Originally, before it was the Wu-Tang clan we know, there was also another three, another trinity within the Wu-Tang. That trinity was RZA, GZA, and OVD. They were all cousins, and they were the first group which later got with the rest of the Immortals. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, that's also a reflection of the three gods of happiness that eventually had to turn into the 8 Immortals. And that was the GZA. There's another immortal who's considered the oldest immortal. And I don't know, remember, I don't know none of these guys personally, but you watch Genius enough to know that motherfucker walk and move like a goddamn old man.
Yes.
You like, goddamn, not in a disrespectful way, but in a elder way, like a man of wisdom, if you will. So there's a particular, he's called the oldest immortal. So that would be the Genius. Everybody else, I probably say they would need to look at it and see what's going on,
right,
with it. But they are the 8 Immortals that bring forth the 9. See, the 9 becomes for a future time. So we got the island of Staten Island now, where is the home of the Wu-Tang clan, the 8 Immortals. Shaolin is what they called Staten Island.
Right, Staten Island.
Well, Shaolin refers to mountain or the mountaintop of the Shoshong mountain range. Lin means forest. The name literally means monastery, temple in the woods, the mountains. So again, you have this in Chinese mythology. You have Pengali, the mountain. Shaolin, which they call it, means mountain, and it's all on an island. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These things are not by mistake. You got to look at the subtle connections and what it is. They're naming these things because it's coming directly out of their spirits, out of their past life.
So we have been all over this planet. They're finding black people up here in China. Yeah. We're finding black people. Wait a minute. They found. Huh? Why not? That's what I'm saying. So they found it out down here in India that a man named Bodhidharma walked 8,000 miles into central China, a black man, and established a place called Shaolin. The Shaolin Temple, where along that 8,000-mile track, he studied the animals, learned their ways, the serpent, the tiger, and all the eagle. He studied them and their ways and developed the particular fighting style.
This is the goddess Tara. Now the goddess Tara is also the god who cried for the earth. And everywhere you go, the earth is called Tara, and everywhere you go, you will see there's a goddess of Tara in Europe, a goddess of Tara in Asia, one in Africa, she's also called Tyert. And so there's different types of the green Tara, the red Tara, real powerful mother goddess, the goddess Tara. So this is her altar. As a matter of fact, her altar was instrumental in bringing my mother to the other side. But before my mother transitioned, we put this altar up. And as a result, she was one of the ones instrumental in bringing my mother. When my mother made the transition, she was one of the ones that actually helped her go through.
Bobby, let me ask you something that's real, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of altars, right? And if a person is not really studied with that information, they'll get fooled, because I seen you had like some Hindu things. It seemed like you had everything from all cultures.
Right, because we established everything in all cultures.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Even in the Godfrey Higgins book, early 1800s, he wrote a book, Anacalypsis. Took him 10 years to write it. Well, he studied 10 years and couldn't find nothing. Took him another 10 years to write the book. And once he wrote it in the early 1800s, he said, he said, every deity I have studied around the world, when I study those deities, they all come back to the black man and black woman.
Wow.
So there's nothing that all the stuff that you're thinking is some other race, is us.
That's right.
You see, it's us. So therefore, you could just jump in. You see what I'm saying? So if you see some Asian stuff, that's us. You know, all the nappy head Buddhas they got in Asia. You know, I got some pictures of Buddha. I got some pictures of Buddha look like James Brown. You see? No mistaking. You know. People will come in the house, like I said, I got a thing of Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is the female Buddha. And we know the Buddha was a black man.
Right.
But there was a form of Buddha that incarnated down here called Avalokiteshvara. Well, Avalokiteshvara got so high into his spiritual world, he could only go one other place to the height of the spirituality. He could only go one other level, and the level that he could only attain to the highest level, he had to turn into a woman.
Mm.
You see, that was the highest level. So Kuan Yin used to be a man. You see, and now she's worshipped in Asia is Kuan Yin, the god of compassion, the goddess of compassion. And might I add, now look at this. She was killed, ascended, laid to rest for 3 days, ascended into hell, and on the third day, rose again. Does this story sound familiar to you? You got the goddess
Can you spell
Ishtar,
the name of the deity you were just speaking about so that everyone
Kuan
can look
Yin.
it up?
Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin. That's Kuanyin. Yeah. Kuan Yin.
History is a clock that people use to tell their political and cultural time of day. It is also a compass that people use to find themselves on the map of human geography. History tells of people where they have been and what they have been, where they are and what they are. Most important, history tells a people where they still must go and what they still must be. The relationship of history to the people is the same as the relationship of a mother to her child.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that there are 24 wise scientists among us that listen to the thinking of the people. And they are so wise that when they know the thoughts of the people, they can predict the actions and they write the history. We don't write history after it is done. We write it before it is done and walk into what the scientists have written. Oh, listen. This Quran is just a part of the writing. This Bible is just a part of the writing, and both of these books begin with the making of a people that would rule, disobey God, lose his favor, and create a world in opposition to God. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that we write history to equal our home circumference. Our home is the earth. It's 24,896 miles in circumference, approximately 25,000 years. So we write our history to last for 25,000 years.
I remember, I keep telling you this, and I told you this in the last gender side, that there's something in the Godfather that blew my mind because my father said the same goddamn thing. He was sitting with his son right before he outed all the people that were in the family about to fuck it up. Now the old man, see, old people got some shit that y'all don't know about. They sound crazy, but if you don't sit with your elders, you don't know shit. They don't get to be elders being stupid. The elder was revered in our society because they have the treasures that you are yet to mine by your experience. They got it laid out there and displayed for you. You don't have to dig for the shit. You dig for your own after you get what they have given you, and you take it to the next phase. But you're stuck because you're not listening to them.
Grandfather?
What is it, my child?
Will you give me a talisman to protect me from the sorceress?
No. Your strength is in having no talisman. The sorceress knows all about them and uses them against people while they imagine they are protected and act carelessly. Whereas she is lost when faced with pure innocence, total truth, and intelligence. Always alert and free. Kirikou, I am with you.
我已經俾機會，你睇下識咩武功？我睇到咧，你一啲都唔會。而家我要你用科學拳同我鷹爪拳比試下。同其他美國女人一樣，只識喺餐館點財同埋洗男人錢。痛咧！我問你。